So we do have to ask the question, like it, love it, or hate it, chances of making the
playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yo, so look, like I said, we got to win out. We need a lot of help. So the chances are low. I'm going to go ahead and start off with that. The chances are low. Do I believe? Of course, I'm a Washington fan. I went out and purchased these, okay? I definitely believe it could happen, okay, ladies and gentlemen?
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful, by the way.
But definitely the chances are low with the aforementioned injuries. I mean, not just having Montez Sweat out, but having Chase Young out. All off season we talked about Brandon Sheriff. Just came back from the injury, then kind of slightly re-injured it, came back in the game, but that's always something that's going to be on our minds. Guys, we're really thin a lot of places, so it'd be foolish to really say, yeah, we can do it, but get that momentum. Follow me here. Last year, it was a awful, awful situation with Coach having cancer, but it focused us, it channels us, and we made the moves. This year is an awful, awful thing to have Chase Young get injured. But I think it's going to focus us. I think it's going to channel us. And it's like you said, Ab, he didn't stay in the locker room. He didn't go to the hospital. He stayed out there with his guys. And there's something about seeing your leader, even if your leader is hurt, seeing him there, it's like, okay, we're still going. Let's go. So, Ab, I'm coming to you, man. Like it, love it, hate it, our chances at making the playoffs.
I'm going to have to say I like it. And I'm a pessimistic guy, bro. And I'm going to say I like it. Just from our history, I think the last, 3 times we made the playoffs, we were it was a 2-7 record. Mm-hmm. We started off with a 2-7 record and 2 3-6 records and everything like that. Granted, we don't have an RG3 here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't have the carousel of quarterbacks here from last year. Yeah.
Alex Smith.
Check down Charlie. We don't have none of that right now. But I like it from just you know what I'm saying? And to me, I don't think we need to win out in order to make the playoffs. Before the show, we were just talking. It was like a 5. So the last spot of the playoffs is to the Carolina Panthers, and they have a 5-5 record. Mm-hmm. We have a 3-6 record. We're a game and a half behind Carolina. Yep. So a win over Carolina could possibly, and then if we do somewhat okay throughout, that could be the last playoff spot come the end of the year right there. I'm not saying anything about winning the division. I think we're 6 games back on Dallas or something like that. Something dumb. but to me, I like this because of our history. We have intent, and I said this a few weeks ago, guys. I brought up the idea that we are a second half team. We play, for whatever reason it is, we play our best football towards the end of the year. And maybe it's because most teams have mostly injuries at the end of the year, have a lot of injuries at the end of the year, whatever. We still do it, okay? That's the whole point, what I'm saying. But I like this, Sean. I do. We have majority of our games are division games. And like I said before, is that we play division games differently. Honestly, if you really have to add that aspect in games when you're going within your division. So I think we have 5 division games left. Yep. So I think we might go 3-2 and finish the season 6-2, 5-3. And I think that would be enough, guys. I think that would be enough.
Well, what you think, man?
This is a really tough question, actually. Nate said it best, where it's I like it, but I hate it. And I like it because I'll tell you, this. I hate admitting this, but this is kind of the loser mentality of being a Washington fan. I want meaningful football in December.
Yep.
Okay. I've had so many years of my family gave up season tickets because year after year no one would go to the December games. Even November became a problem. Like after Thanksgiving, you're just eating tickets and trying to give them away. And it's like too many years, this wasn't worth it. And so for me, like as a fan, all I ask for is meaningful football in December, where these games like, oh, we might have a chance, and you start going through these playoff scenarios. So in that sense, I like it because I wish we were in a better situation, but we're not, and we're never in a better situation. So I like that. But I do also look at the fact that like, how much interest do we have? How much talent do we have? Mm-hmm. Kind of like last year. It was great making the playoffs. It built up the team. It built up the city. We weren't exactly that good of a team. Mm-hmm. You know, it hurt us the next season with our schedule. It hurt us when it come to draft picks because we were so far behind that we couldn't even go up and get Mac Jones, you know, and now he was the 5th guy picked. You know, it's like there are bigger things. There are more long-term goals that are happening here where, like, you almost got a top 5 pick wouldn't be bad either. You know, there's some quarterbacks we may want to go after. There's some other players we may want. So it's like it's really hard for me to like answer this. I'm gonna go incomplete. You know, because it's like I'm 50-50 on like I like being a part of the conversation, and I want us to play meaningful games against the NFC East. I don't know what Philly has, to be honest with you.
Right.
Some weeks they come out here and they play amazing. Other weeks they play terrible. I can't get a read on Philly. I'd love to get a good shot at Dallas. You know, they're having a great season. Hats off to them. Mm-hmm. I think we can beat them one of the 2 games.
Yeah,
I certainly think
so
we can.
too.
You know, and I think that might shut them down a little bit. You know, let's get a victory over them and our backup quarterback. And so it's like that part would be exciting. You don't want to go into the last 5 games with the season over. So I got to say I like it because it just makes for more fun football. But you also got to recognize there's a bigger picture out here that we don't want to ruin too much.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Absolutely. Absolutely loved it, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, like Will mentioned a lot earlier. So you're saying there's a chance. It might be small, but there's always a chance. We say on my show, if you have the faith of the mustard seed, the smallest seed, you have just that faith, you can do it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I believe. I believe absolutely.